Woohoo! So today we're gonna get some missions. Oh, we're gonna get that new guy onto the network, haven't we? The guy that's been talking to us. What I don't get is how they've been appropriately operating as part of, like, Mama was there as well, right? And this other guy that talks to us about the Death Stranding, they both talk to us across a good connection, but they're not part of the network. So how have they got that good connection? Uh-oh. Are we going to get a BB cutscene? We've just killed BB's dad, maybe? There we go.
Can I help you? Holy shit. John, is that you? What are you doing here? My wife's checked in. I don't want to repeat of last year.
Is that Die Heartman?
I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were there.
Mask Man. Fucking Die Heartman Mask Man. And the captain know each other.
Beginning scan.
Is Die Heartman the baddie all along? I think,
ID.
like, he could be,
Clear.
right?
All
He easily could be.
departure. All clear.
So
Welcome,
Die Heartman
Sam
was
Porter
a
Bridges.
squadron under BB's dad. Nah, man. Nah, man. This is getting... No, 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 no. Here he is. It was him.
West side of
John.
that region is covered by a massive tar belt. Beyond it is Edgenut City, the last bastion of civilization you'll find that far out. It's your final destination.
Edgenut City, bam.
Once you use the qubit to connect it, the chiral network will span the entire
Oh,
continent.
so we're quite close to the end then.
The rebirth of America is so close. And remember, that's where Amelie is being held captive.
He's holding her captive.
We need you to bring her home safely.
He's holding her captive.
But
Guaranteed.
before you cross the tar belt, there's one more knot we need you to tie. Heartman will help you get it done.
Hartman's lab.
Sam, I'd like for you to bring me a few things. First, the dog tags you took from that soldier. Tuck them away in a pocket so you don't misplace them. Second, Mama's corpse. Her body shows no signs of necrosis, and I, for one, would like very much to know the reason why. Closer study may yield information that could prove instrumental in helping us to overcome the Death Stranding. Suffice it to say, 1 minute remaining. I don't have much time. See to your preparations. I'll be waiting. You'll find an official order on the terminal.
You're gonna be heartbroken when this game ends. I know. What a journey though, man. Oh no. Oh, they brought the body out. Oh.
All right, Sam. Take care of her. And don't worry, she won't go necro. Millington special. Be funny if these Ha of ours ended up being the key to saving us all.
He did that quickly, didn't he?
Order assigned.
Come on in, Mama.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Right, at least we got BB. So we got BB back. We've got Mama on our back. Keeping drag along the floor. Yeah, but he didn't do it with his mum either, did he? I just have a horrible feeling there. So, sneakily, there is zip lines. Which is why I wanted to stay light. We can use our zip lines to cut out some of the carrying. zip lines. I want to go to that one. I love these zip lines so much. So that's Heartman's lap, right? What a fancy ass building, man.
And I'm emotionally impaired.
Request to join UCA. Registered. Awaiting Cupid connection.
Why does he not come to greet us, this dude?
Please proceed into the facility with a cadaver. Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information. Keep on keeping on.
Fucking cool ass facility, man. That's an
Please
open door.
proceed into the facility with a cadaver.
What? Come on, game. You said open door twice. When do we do it? Until resuscitation time remaining. What? What's his countdown? Oh, he's got the fucking thing attached to his chest, doesn't he? He's got the defib. Is he dead? And he's just... What the fuck? So that's why he's a defib unit then. He clearly like dies and then...
Heartman.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
What? Thing is, like, Siri Oris, he's called Heartman. He's clearly got some sort of heart issue.
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down. Glad you could make it, Sam. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to alarm you, but I am what I am. Ah, please lay her down there. Still no sign of them.
You know your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes. I spend 3 minutes on the beach, and then return. 60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day. 60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life. So, while you've traveled to and from the scene an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549.
What? On purpose?
I see myself in that crater. My wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiformia. Mine is an especially unusual case.
All the nut jobs
I
work
have
for his
pictures.
company.
Care to see Heartman's heart-shaped heart? No, you really should. It doesn't run in the family. You know, I never came to terms with their loss. In the days that followed, I became obsessed with an idea that the beach is real and they are on it. I would induce cardiac arrest, 3 minutes at a time, and search for them, day after day after day.
Oh, so you could say goodbye?
Quite the opposite. It is said that everyone's beach is different. So what if everyone's afterlife is different too? I find the thought terrifying, spending eternity alone, which is why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
So once he finds him, he's going to leave himself there.
If death would see us reunited, then yes.
So he searches
But the repeated
60
cardiac
times a
arrests
day.
took their toll on my heart. The muscle gradually deformed. And after a while, they started calling me the beach scientist. Heartman. I'm glad we could have this conversation.
He doesn't shake hands. Why don't they pass this message on? Sam doesn't like touching people.
A body that doesn't necrotize. No sign of decomposition. It's as if she were still alive. The perfect mummy. An impeccable corpse.
What's wrong?
Shouldn't have clothes on.
Where's the other thing you were supposed to bring? Ah, found it.
Is he blind?
Behold.
Wait, dead man.
It appears to be an umbilical cord. Human by the looks of it, I think. But this was no ordinary conduit between fetus and placenta. It looks more like a BT's tether. And this was Mama's?
No, he's not blind.
Yes. A body that doesn't necrotize and an umbilical cord connected to the beach. These are remarkable discoveries, Sam. Enough to set my sore heart racing.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
I apologize if our conversation gets cut short. I must go back to the beach and look for my wife and child. One person, one beach. That's the rule. But I'm the exception. My beach is connected to others, as if it were the beneficiary of a coronary bypass. Maybe this twisted heart of mine made it possible. All I know is that I will find them. Even if my every visit raises new questions, I'll have my answers one day. One day.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
The battlefields. The endless wars you found yourself trapped in. Why do World War era soldiers wander the beach a century after they fell? Normally the souls of the dead move on. The beach is just a corridor, a place through which they pass on the way to the other side. But if regret, resentment, a fervent desire to remain, if these feelings are powerful enough, they may give rise to an altogether different beach, a collective purgatory for an army of the damned. Clifford Unger. His misery and hatred, combined with your BB acting as some sort of catalyst, have brought these battlefields to our world.
2 minutes to cardiac arrest. Please proceed to a safe location.
It's just a theory.
You think Higgs is pulling the strings? Pulling all their strings?
Ensure you are in a state
I don't know. But evidence does suggest that Higgs brought them here.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Oh, before I forget, I have a favor to ask.
Activating lab security measures.
Could you just relax until I come back? Time stops on the beach, but not in the scene. Rest assured, it'll only feel like 3 minutes to you. We'll continue this shortly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For 3 minutes, I have to just look around the room. Robin, what's his elevation? Gives me the zoom in thing. I mean, that's fucked up, right? I have to hold. Fucking hell. This is weird, man. Oh, I don't like Morris, man. I feel like it's something I'm supposed to be.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
No luck. Visit 218,550. Oh, sorry. Where were we? I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no.
How's he sleep?
Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially onerous. Defecation, pollution, nutrition. Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one. And intercourse, I suppose. Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either. Do you read, Sam? Listen to music. Watch films? You know, I keep busy. I have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting short
Is there like a
films,
Walking Dead or
and
anything?
stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window. All from before the Death Stranding, of course. But honestly, the 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime, nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the search. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach. I'm already dead.
Imagine a nut job's working for Bridges,
I
man.
know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me.
I want to touch him.
As it happens, I've read about your circumstances. I lost my family in an accident, too. I was in the ICU having heart surgery, out of town, in the city. When it was clear that I was going to pull through, my wife took my daughter back to the house to collect some things for me. And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power and my life support. I woke up on the beach. The people who died in the two void outs were there. What happened? What's going on? I saw my wife and my daughter in the procession. Hey! It's me! Where are you going? Wait! Don't leave without me! No! Don't go! Please, don't go! The ICU's backup generator kicked in, and I was brought back to life by the defibrillator. Exactly 21 minutes after my heart had stopped. And that was the last time I saw my family. It's my damned heart's fault that we were torn apart. But it's also the reason I'll see them again someday.
This is weird.
It defines me. I am Heartman. Ever since, I've walked the beaches of others. I follow my family's footsteps for a while, and when I get tired, I return here to continue my research. It's funny though. Even when my heart stops, the pain lingers. You have any family photographs, Sam? Pity.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
You mind telling me what I'm doing here before you go back to the beach?
Oh, of course. There's a prepper-owned station in this area. Our scientists stationed there are researching material from before the Death Stranding.
What kind of material?
The Earth has a long memory. It's trying to tell a story, one that goes back to the very beginning, one that not even the Death Stranding could erase. The scientists are all colleagues of mine from the earlier expedition. I'd like you to bring them onto the chiral network. Amelie proposed we establish our research posts along this belt. Despite a worldwide search, this is the only area known to contain fossils from the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs died out. The assumption being that the last ones lived here, and here alone. You see, hiding in the earth then are memories of a major mass extinction. Clues that could tell us how to survive our predicament. Certainly, that was Amelie's hope as part of the advanced team when she assigned our backup team here. The past informs the present and aids us in building the future. She was careful to impress that upon us before she went west.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Shut up. I'm putting you on mute. Sometime later, we began to observe unusual activity in the tar belts outside Edgenot City. Vast quantities of tar began surfacing, spreading, consuming many of my colleagues, as well as a chiral way station. The whole incident defied explanation.
You think Higgs is to blame?
I don't know, but we needed that way station. It was essential to expanding the chiral network westward. That's why I'm asking you for your help in building a new one. It won't be much given the handful of equipment we've managed to scrape together. Nothing like the knot cities, that's for sure. But a knot is still a knot. Sam, I want you to use the Cupid to put the scientists on the network, then go to Amelie. Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
That's why he has the fucking soft floor. I thought that when I was like, why they walk around the bloody cushion constantly?
Don't worry about him, Sam. The air mat floor absorbs the impact. I'll unlock the door for you.
Yeah, boy. He definitely just said, yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Fuck. Again, then.
Sam, you heard him. You can grab the order at a delivery terminal.
Why is all my stuff here?
Our ultimate objective in this region is to build a replacement for a way station that was lost to the tar. The first step is to put a shelter with our scientists on the chiral network. And we don't know the first thing about Amelie's status or what Higgs is up to. Now, that's a concern for us as much as you. But we won't know more until we get to Edgenot City. And that means connecting this region first. You should start with the geologist and the paleontologist. The latter's holding something for the Evo-Devo biologist, so I recommend you save her for last. That way, you can finish a delivery and link up the final site in one go. Once all three are on the grid, come back here. Then we can get to work on the replacement for that lost way station.
But we use that to destroy the tar.
A geologist of ours has been studying fossils as part of his research into prehistoric extinction events. He's been out there conducting excavations for a while now and has begun to suffer the effects of chiral contamination. No doubt the result of excessive exposure to chiralium during the dig. Until the site is properly decontaminated, his work can't proceed. Nor will his health improve. So we need you to bring him some chiralium scrubbing agents.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
The stratum the team was investigating dates from the end of the Cretaceous period. The time of the infamous mass extinction, which brought the reign of the dinosaurs to a close, leaving small mammals to inherit the Earth. It's the most recent of the Big Five, and one of the largest mass extinctions the world has ever seen.
He's alive again then.
In any event, our team found something truly remarkable. Can you guess what it was? A fossil beach. If that is indeed what it is, then he has made a tremendous discovery. Therefore, Sam, it is essential that you deliver those chiralium scrubbing agents as soon as possible.
One more thing, Sam. For this run, you'll be transporting an antimatter bomb. A Bridges paleontologist working on a dig says he needs it. Apparently, the fossils he wants to study are buried deep beneath tar, and the only way he can get to them is by blowing it wide open. Now, hopefully I don't need to tell you to be extra careful when handling high-yield explosives, but in case I do, make sure you keep that container in one piece, no matter what.
Always with the bombs. We'll be good. The BTs ain't gonna get me. Because we've got our BB. What? How did that... Riddle me how that all got damaged? Riddle me how that all got damaged. There's no way. The ground shook. Oh, our equipment's not going to last this trip. Oh, there, look. Fucking legit avalanches. You legit... Are you kidding me? No BTs. That is a win for me.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons will be
You
locked.
wanna let me in? It's fucking freezing, mate. Mid-delivery. Easy. Easy like Sunday morning. Oh, I'm
Delivering
easy.
cargo.
Sam Bridges. Oh, thank God for that. I was worried you might not get here in time. But then I've done nothing but worry of late. I've been haunted by those visions you doom sufferers see. That end of days stuff. I put the nightmares down to fatigue. Possibility of chiral contamination never even occurred to me. It's just lucky we caught it before the suicidal stage.
What the fuck?
Dying's not an option. My research is nowhere near complete.
I'll take the shit then.
It's not just my life you're saving here. It's my life's work. I started to wonder if I'd ever see these meds. I guess you really are good at what you do, huh? Thank you.
I know. I love they do this left and right
just
look.
like that, I'm part of the UCA.
Like left.
Have access to a treasure
I've
trove
got
of
good internet.
historical research materials. Studying this fossil beach should be a good deal easier now. Assuming I can prove once for all that that's what it is.
That is.
Honestly, though, I'm just excited I can finally share these findings with everyone. Can you believe I found chiral deposits in strata dating back 65.5 million years? Evidence of an ancient death stranding.
chiral matter has existed on Earth since long before the dawn of man. This stratum is proof of that. Look at this, Sam. Do you see that black fissure there? We believe this is the source of the chiralium readings. In the distant past, earthquakes caused frictional melting along fault lines, producing layers of what is known as pseudotaculite. We call these layers fossil earthquakes. Extending the principle, our fissure here is what one might term a fossil beach. The presence of chiralium in this of all strata cannot be a mere coincidence. It strongly suggests that beaches must have appeared during the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. And not just then. The chiral network has recovered data suggesting that similar fossil beaches were discovered in strata corresponding to other extinction events too. That would seem to indicate the Big Five and all other major extinctions were accompanied by the appearance of beaches. In expanding the chiral network, you've helped us glimpse a pattern in these scattered points of data. You've furthered our individual research projects and ensured that it is only a matter of time before we recover all we have lost and solve every mystery that remains.
Every mystery?
But this is only the beginning. See this through, Sam, and there's no telling what we might learn.
I think we might get lucky with online bits, which I'm cool with. I'm cool with the zip lines. I'm not big on the whole... Oh, that looks wonky, doesn't it? I'm not big on the whole travelling through BT territory and having to fight them or cut their umbilical cords. Oh, there it is. The round thing is right there. Oh. Let's get this baby belt and then we're going to go for a little ride. Yeah, did you see the fucking the weird dude though? Oh, yeah. Oh, I love people in this game and their appreciation for a good zip line. Okay, paleontologist lives in the... Here's your bomb, mate.
Much appreciated, friend. Thanks to you, we can finally move ahead with the dig. I swear, this place is bad enough without having to worry about getting asphyxiated.
Joke wink.
Not that I need to tell you. You did it after all, though I can't for the life of me imagine how. Anyway, as it turns out, Sam Bridges, I have a favor to ask.
Fuck you.
A local porter was on his way here with something very valuable, but dropped it en route. It's a 200-million-year-old ammonite, which looks, he says, almost as if it were still alive. He apparently stumbled across it in a boulder field, which had previously been hidden beneath a glacier, but that's not the half of it. The man claims this ammonite has an umbilical cord. An umbilical cord. Color me skeptical, but the specimen merits study, and I wasn't about to leave such delicate work to an amateur. So I asked him to carve out the whole surrounding chunk of rock and bring it here to me. Naturally, I wanted to compare it with contemporary specimens in the vicinity, which is why I had him excavate a number of those in addition to the one he told me about. But what does a dumb fuck go and do? He loses the whole shipment. Didn't even have the good sense to mark which container had the ammonite with the umbilical cord. The cargo was supposedly lost in the area to the southwest, where toxic gases have a tendency to build up. Old Mr. Reliable claims his cargo scanner is broken, and there's no way he can recover the shipment. But you could track it down. To protect you against the fumes, I'll provide you with an oxygen mask. Just to be safe. You can pick it up when you accept the order.
Oh, what?
That fossil could represent an epical discovery.
An epical?
While there are examples of viviparous fish, an ammonite with an umbilical cord is unheard of. And if it is indeed 200 million years old, it would also correspond with the end Triassic extinction, another one of the Big Five. Could the umbilical cord be connected to the beach? We must recover that cargo at all costs. It could provide a vital clue to the mechanisms underpinning the Death Stranding. We're so close. So very, very close to grasping the true nature of the phenomenon.
It's all about
Hurry,
birth.
Sam. We cannot risk that ammonite being lost.
Hey, mate, this guy down here, innit? So how do I take this hell schmidt off? Okay, so I'm assuming that thing's gone in my bag then, right? Who likes orange soda? Right, let's get this done. Oh, no, wrong. No, press wrong thing. Is it true? Pull on the mask. Pull on the mask, Sam. Level 2 climbing anchor. Yeah, I thought that, but I could also just do this. How are you doing, you absolute jam bomb? Maybe we'll put a ladder up there next time. Give me all the shit, but someone else has already done one. It wasn't that far, really, was it? Stay in the area filled with toxic gas known as VOG, and your consciousness gauge will deplete. Once fully depleted, you no longer be able to move. An oxygen mask can be worn to protect yourself from these events. I do find it incredibly weird that they put that, like, where I've not completed this mission yet, they let me have the online stuff. They shouldn't really put the online stuff in until I've completed it, and then after go, okay, yeah, by the way, here's everyone else's online bits, because I can just use everyone else's ropes. Like, that mission literally took like 3 minutes with zero need. It was literally 2 minutes from the front door, and this lazy ass paleontologist didn't go get it.
Beginning scan.
Ah, you found it.
Yeah, it's just done the fucking thing.
I have to see it. Oh my. It really is immaculately preserved. Uncannily, even. Thanks for bringing in that lost shipment, Sam. And yes, it did indeed include an ammonite with a bona fide umbilical cord attached. I've already sent some images and a preliminary analysis to Heartman via the network. Interestingly, it seems the surrounding strata contain traces of tar, which lines up with one of his theories. Anyway, I know you only just brought this ammonite here, but I'd like you to deliver it to a colleague of mine, an Evo-Devo biologist. Lately, she's taken an interest in the tar, and I think she'd be eager to examine this particular specimen.
It's quite remarkable, and that's to your credit. To clarify, she has been studying how the tar may have influenced the development of various organisms. Accordingly, I would ask that you also recover the tar collectors deployed near her shelter, and deliver them along with the ammonite. It would be too dangerous for her to attempt to retrieve them herself, which is why we must impose upon you.
I get all this shit jobs,
By
man.
aiding her research, we may yet inch
She's
closer to
too
unraveling
smart.
the secrets of the Death Stranding.
You're just a delivery
We've
man.
already made so much progress with the data recovered by the network. With your continued help, I know we can accomplish even more.
Ain't no way we're getting away with this one. Ain't no way we're getting away with just a nice little musical transition as we walk. I feel a bad thing coming.
Weapons restricted.
There we go. Devices. Over there. 5. What was that though? Oh, you cock. 1, 2, 3, No, one's the person. 1, 2, 3. Where's one? I had to say it. I had to open my goddamn mouth and say we were getting opened up with something. It's the BT territory. Here we go.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, fuck.
Couldn't
Lou
have
is
made it this far without you.
Baby Carl. Where's your umbilical cord? So what happened is actually, when you throw the grenades at them, I brought a level 1. When you throw the grenades at them, they don't come back after you, but when you shoot them, they chase you. Where have you gone? There's it. See, look. Oh, there's one right here. Dead popped. Oh my! How are these guys not appearing as the closest ones to me? Game? BB Carl? Oracle. Are they floating above the... Yeah, look, they're just giant BTs formed out of the tar. But I don't know how I'm supposed to get close enough to cut their lines. And one of the tar things is just down there. Look at the size of those motherfuckers. Wonder. I ain't shooting the big ones. I was in my head. My brain just literally went, why don't you get on top of that big rock and shoot the big ones? Stupid idea, Harry. What are you fucking shooting them for? Carrying all this shit. Absolutely none of it's useful. Oh, okay, cool. There was one up here. Okay, cool. That didn't work. That didn't work. Okay. It said cut umbilical cord, right? Oh no. Yeah, this is we're gonna lose. Lou. Alright, I ain't saying you fucked, mate, but you ain't giving me anywhere near enough fucking help here. You're just sleeping. Fuckers are floating as well, man. He doesn't cut the cord in like a sneaky way, but he just like straight up swipes at it.
Gonna throw down.
Oh, there's only 4 containers. It said 5. Did it not say 5? Am I going mental? They were numbered 1 to 5. Oh, it's more.
Someone's got cold feet.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Fuck me.
Yeah, fuck me indeed. Sam, I'm feeling your pain, bro. Right, well, at least we successfully managed to not get eaten. There's a cord here, there's a cord here. I can see a cord. There was a cord there. Why does it not give you the thing to cut the cord? The cord thing is silly. It's too difficult to do. Hang on. Where the fuck am I even going? Why does she live? She lives there! She lives miles away. I know that cutting the umbilical cord only works if you're going against a single BT. Because he makes such a noise swiping. Yes! Makes such a large noise swiping that you, if you other BTs around, they're going to wake up and kill you.
All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Oh, okay, that was stressful.
Delivering cargo.
I'm impressed, Sam. Not many people would have even attempted this. May I have a look?
Well, I didn't bring it over here just to fucking not look
Not
at
a
it, did I,
scratch
darling?
on it, and the tar inside is safe and secure. You do not disappoint, my friend.
Giggity. Oh, yes. A grenade launcher. We don't need a grenade launcher, but I fucking want one.
Thank you. It goes without saying, but I am convinced that the tar is related to the BTs and the Death Stranding.
Yeah, did you not see those giant
After
ones?
all, both it and Timefall are the defining features of the post-Stranding ecosystem. Sudden environmental changes such as these invariably lead to the extinction of organisms that fail to adapt. Those that do adapt do so by virtue of enhancers, the regions of DNA that grant successful organisms their advantages. These genetic factors are the key to evolution. But there are genes which have the opposite effect, those which disadvantage organisms. Extinction factors, as they have been called. These are the seeds of advancement and obsolescence. Such factors may lie dormant within us all, a choice waiting to be made. For every being since the advent of life itself. If so, then ancient proof may hide deep within the tar. Evidence of these genetic decisions that may aid us in navigating our current crossroads. In any event, thanks to you, I can now study the composition of the tar in greater detail. I'll make sure to share any interesting results with you later.
You fucking better do.
Well done, Sam. You furthered our research into the Death Stranding in ways you cannot imagine. Thank you again for bringing me Mama's body, as well as that ammonite. Speaking of which, my analysis of its umbilical cord is proceeding apace. I've been comparing the data against some of our restored archives. Anyway, would you mind returning to my lab?
Why?
Preparations are finally complete for the chiral relay integration. If you could collect the necessary materials for the restoration work and bring them here, I would be most grateful.
They're using me as some sort of bitch right now. Do I just run? Alright, like, when I look like this, it doesn't look that far. No, okay, it's not that far. Alright. Come on, bitch tits, let's go. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Oh, this is a ladder. Nope. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes.
Right.
Cover 200 meters on foot. Get fucked. I'm building a goddamn. Someone built one. I mean, I love the person who built one. But you legit built one single... Oh, here we go.
Thank you, Sam. In reclaiming our past, we've uncovered a number of vital clues. Don't worry, I just got back. We have time. When you met with Mama, you experienced a strong antigen-antibody reaction, correct?
There was a BT in the room.
There was, but something else may have been causing it. I've discovered large quantities of chiral matter in Mama as well. Not just the usual kind that collects on our skin or on our suits. It's in all her cells. Cells that are no longer active. The BT you encountered there was special. It was her child, but also her own soul. Somehow, her car and half failed to separate. They must have remained connected through the umbilical cord. It's the only explanation.
Is that why I didn't get a bruise where she touched me?
Yes, and there's more.
So he gets bruises when people... Oh, what?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I modified the log times. Headquarters will have no record of what we say.
Fuck, why does he keep hiding it?
A message from Dead Man. It came with the umbilical cord.
Sam, I'm sorry. You deserve to know what you were carrying. But I couldn't risk Heartman finding out about the case. So I had no choice but to keep it off the books. You've got to keep this between us. We still don't know if the director can be trusted. The umbilical cord was taken from Bridget Strand. I removed it in secret. The cord wasn't attached to a fetus. It was outside her body. She asked me to take care of it. Said it was the key to unlocking the Death Stranding.
From the first baby.
But she insisted that I never tell the director. The cord shows no sign of decomposition or necrotization. Almost as if it's frozen in time. I thought Heartman might be able to make sense of it, so I had it hidden with your cargo at Mountain Knot City.
Deadman's observations were accurate. It's just like Mama's corpse.
What do you mean?
I mean, they share a very unique property. Both contain large amounts of chiralium in their cells. In other words, the President's cord was somehow connected to the beach, and that allowed it to escape the flow of time.
Amelie doesn't
I've put
age.
together the bones of a theory. It's patchy, but worth sharing, I think. Life on Earth has been rocked by many extinctions, great and small, including the Big Five. And if you examine the Earth's strata, its history, if you will, you'll find chiralium deposits that can be dated to each. What if the manifestation of beaches and other associated phenomena correspond to extinction-level events?
You mean?
Yes. Our Death Stranding could just be the latest of many. The records and research you helped us to recover strongly suggest that we are in the middle of the 6th extinction.
6th extinction? Come on.
You know what this is, yes?
A frozen mammoth from 10,000 years ago.
Correct. And this?
The Iceman from 5, 5,300 years ago.
They both had the same umbilical cords.
Bullshit.
Humor me. What if the mammoth and the Iceman weren't frozen?
You're saying time stopped for them just like it did for Mama?
Unfortunately, all these specimens were lost in the Death Stranding, so there's no way to examine the genuine articles. But some fragments of data did survive. With the aid of the chiral network, we may be able to piece together something more concrete using Evo-Devo tech. All right, how's this? A dinosaur from 65.5 million years ago. Umbilical cord, not decomposed.
Only mammals have umbilical cords.
No. Only mammals have umbilical cords used for childbirth. This is something else. Call it a strand from the other side. I propose that mammalian umbilici are a sort of mimesis of the strand that then evolved over time. We shouldn't assume that everything about a Death Stranding is detrimental to life. Trilobites, ammonites, dinosaurs, the mammoth, the Iceman, all preserved as if frozen in time, all without exception found with strands, which is to say that all may have been connected to the beach. And this, when viewed in the context of the extinction entity, EE theory, leads me to surmise that organisms with strands are in fact extinction entities. You see, Sam, EEs are connected to the beach via their strands. And it is through this connection that they somehow bring about a Death Stranding.
So you're saying Bridget was an extinction entity?
It's far too soon to say anything for certain. And since you burned her body, we may never know.
Higgs said Amelie's an EE, that she doesn't have dooms like the rest of us.
Sam, think. Assume that President Strand was an EE. Isn't it possible that her daughter is too? At the very least, Higgs may hope as much now that the President is unavailable.
So he kidnaps her for EE powers or whatever to cause a mass extinction.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I doubt a single EE is powerful enough to cause a Death Stranding.
Sam.
Assuming Amelie is an EE.
Well, Higgs sure thinks she's got what it takes.
Indeed. And we need to get her back as soon as possible.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Ah, this one is real. Sam, go west.
Go west.
How do you want me to handle Die Hardman?
With your customary reserve. Nothing good will come of him learning of our suspicions. Whatever else is going on, we still need the chiral network.
Right.
Activating lab
Sam's got the cross belly button though, hasn't he?